What deep Pengai? Hope you're doing good. RWS 6th of June prediction. I'm a little bit late. The event starts in a few hours, but I have a full-time job, so it's difficult to find the time. But I'm here, and let's do it. First fight: women's flyweight. Jada Ketley from Australia versus Macarena Morillas from Spain. Ketley, Bang Tao fighter, a orthodox pressure fighter, likes to throw fast hands, move forward, low kicks, teeps, and quite good technically, offensively. Defensively, not the best. Does not really check kicks a lot. Does not have the best tight guard. Elbows a little bit too wide out, I would say, even though in Muay Thai they are a little bit out, but she has a very wide elbow guard. Um, but a good fighter, a 0-1 fighter on RWS. Lost her first fight against Bout, a close fight, but lost via unanimous decision. And now she's back fighting a debutante in Murillas, Maca, as she's called, Spanish fighter out of Chorachawat, making her debut. A fighter that is also orthodox and likes getting into the clinch, from what I've seen on footage. Has good combinations, mixes up her attacks, starts high, goes to the body, mixes in low kicks when finishing attacks, and similar to Ketley, does not maybe defend too much. Very attacking fighter, but I believe in this fight it's gonna be a tough one. But Maka will get the unanimous decision. I think she's better in clinch. I think she will get into the clinch a lot, and yeah, Maka is gonna be an interesting fighter to watch on this at this level, I believe. So unanimous decision, Maka. Fight number 2, super featherweight, 130 pounds. Liam Patel from England versus Fapech Tepakin from Thailand. Patel, tall, lanky fighter, Muay Khao, walks in with his knees up like Muay Khao often does, driving them into the body, the sternum of his opponents. Likes flying into attacks a little bit with elbows, with punches, with knees. 1-1 in RWS, also trains at a Bang Tao like Ketley in the fight before. Orthodox, lost against Tavakoli, and that fight exposed a little bit of his weakness, which I believe is defense against boxing combinations. He's a bit wild, he's a bit reckless. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. And if he would fight a very good boxer, I believe it would be a problem. But I don't think he is in this fight. Fapech is a debutant. I've not been able to find too much footage on him. And usually when RWS throws in debutants where you can't find a lot of footage, it's a little bit of a layup for the other fighter. And I think this is one of those. Patel gets a layup. He will finish Fapech in the second round through knees. And that's it. So yeah, second round KO Patel. Moving on, fight number 3, featherweight, 126 pounds. Denzel Takun, Australia versus Lu Zhouxiang from China. Takun, very promising fighter. A lot of people talk very good about him. Understandably, 6-1, I believe, on RWS. A southpaw fighter, good left kick, very fast, nice right elbows, nice long knees, good footwork, good head movement. Sometimes a little bit open to counters, punches, straight punches, but you know, he's a good fighter. His only loss in RWS is against Cactus, and that's not a bad loss to have. I think he's going to be a very interesting fighter to keep an eye out on in the featherweight division in RWS. And I believe he's going to win this fight too. His opponent Lu is debutant, 1-2 on Raja KO. And I watched the fight from Cambodia where he was dropped with the left high kick almost immediately when the fight started, and then he stood up, showed heart, but got dropped and finished with a right kick just a few seconds later. And I think given how good Takun is with his left high kick, I think that's where we're gonna see the finish. Left high kick, probably first round KO, and yeah, little bit of a layup fight as well, similar to the one before. So yeah, Takun, first round KO, left kick. Fight number 4. Super featherweight, 130 pounds, Kaito Fukuda from Japan versus Mehdi Rezai from Iran. Fukuda, former True For You bantamweight champion, former Thailand flyweight champion, has fought quite a lot on RWS, has like 2 or 3 elbow KOs, I think 2, and that's his style. He's orthodox, he pressures forward, he throws heavy elbows through the guard, on top of the guard, doesn't really matter, just coming in with right elbows and also the up left elbow. Very, very solid. His loss against Surasak was also through like KO. He was dropped with a KO, with an elbow, I mean, and then he stood up and then got finished to the body with punches and knees. Surasak, not a bad loss to have as well. So yeah, Fukuda is a good fighter. I just think he walks into danger sometimes. He's a little bit wild. He does not really move his head too much, does not really utilize footwork or angles. He's a tough guy who walks forward. And now he's fighting Rezai, debutant. Rezai, from what I've been able to find, is orthodox, solid 1-2 right low kick, the standard combination you often see with Muay Thai fighters in the beginning. You train that combination a lot. It's very solid, and if you have a good 1-2 low kick, it's something that you can use on the highest level. I do think though he is a little bit flat-footed. I think he does not have the best defense. I think he's open when he attacks. When he comes in with his 1-2 a low kick, he switches angle a little bit after it. I think that's when he's very open to counters, and I think he's probably not going to be able to find that like any angles against Fukuda, because Fukuda's pressure is relentless, and I can see a finish in this fight as well. Probably second round KO, elbows for Fukuda. So that's what I'm going to stick with. A lot of debutants on this card, which is always difficult to find footage on, and a little bit of some layups, like I said, but it is what it is. We'll keep going. Fight number 5, welterweight, 142 pounds, Jack Rachanon from Thailand versus Thomas Aguirre from Argentina. Jack is also a debutant in RWS, has a good fight, had a good fight against Chad Collins, who fought on RWS like 2 months ago, 1 month ago, something like that. They fought for the WMC super lightweight belt, and Jack lost that one through unanimous decision. Tough fighter, southpaw, good on the back foot, good on the front foot as well. Heavy kicks, and also a heavy right hook and a right straight, but mainly the hook. The problem I see with Jack, or the little bit of a weakness, is that he does not really utilize any head movement. He gets clipped a lot with straight punches. He is open to counters a lot. He's a little bit of a not a one-trick pony. I don't want to say that, but a one power punch type of fighter. One power kick, one power right hook, and then nothing. Like no real combinations, no feints, no setting up his attacks, and I think that's going to be a problem against Aguirre. Aguirre is a silk Muay Thai fighter. He's a kickboxer and Muay Thai fighter, but mainly kickboxer, Argentinian champion in both disciplines. I just can't see Jack defending very well against a boxer, orthodox boxer, who puts up 4 pieces and 5 pieces sometimes, with quite good head movement as well. Aguirre has very sneaky uppercuts. So yeah, I think Jack is gonna have a hard time in this one. I think we're gonna see a second round KO win for Aguirre. Aguirre will put together a combination, probably finishing with an uppercut. That's my gut feeling. And yeah, second round KO for Aguirre. Moving on. This is a banger. Main fight. Interim lightweight world title fight, 135 pounds between Samingdet and Fluke Noy. Samingdet, Bangmad Klongtan, 86, 46, and 6, around that record. Is a former Rajadamnern Stadium lightweight champion and super featherweight champion. Has wins in RWS over Savas times 2. Petdam, his last fight was against the Chinese fighter Jin. Left kick, knockout, brutal. Southpaw, Muay femur. Very good head movement, very good footwork, very high IQ. Very, very fast kicks, very mean right elbows. And I think he is a very high level, skillful fighter. Now he's fighting Fluknoy in a rematch from around 11 months to a year ago, where Fluknoy, who also the accomplishments is crazy in this fight. Former interim lightweight Rajadamnern Stadium champion, former True for You champion, former Pride TV champion, former Lumpini Stadium champion. Fluknoy is a champion. And this is a good fight. Fluknoy is orthodox, so open stance fight. I would say the strengths of Fluknoy is definitely his precision. In the first fight against Samingdet, Fluknoy had around a 74% accuracy on his attacks. He's not the most volume puncher, but he picks and chooses when he wants to attack, and I believe he does that very, very well. I think Samingdet had around 50% accuracy in the first fight. Fluknoy is strong in the clinch, he's defensively sound, he has good boxing combinations, he steps in with elbows. He does this little tie hop into the right elbow, which is very, very hard to read because you think it's gonna come and then it doesn't, and then it comes. It catches you off guard, and that's something he did very well in the first fight. He also won the majority of exchanges in the first fight, and he made Samingdet fight a fight that is not his. Samingdet is at his best when he uses his footwork, he cuts angles, he feints so much. His feints are one of the best in RWS, I believe. He feints, and when the timing is right, he comes in with a left kick, he comes in with a long knee, he comes in with a right elbow, a left elbow. Very, very good fighter, and I think this is a tough one to call. Fluknoy was the better fighter in the last one. Samingdet had the first round, but then Fluknoy pressured, and then in the last round, he kind of Samingdet tried to get back into it, but he didn't really manage to do it. This is a tough one to call, but I think that Samingdet has learned from his mistakes in the last one. I don't think he's going to throw as much in this fight because last time he felt a bit desperate. He didn't set up his attacks very well. He just threw. And Fluknoy read them, was evasive, used his head movement and his footwork, and he outclassed Samingdet on a lot of technical abilities in that first fight, defensively as well, checking kicks, reading what Samingdet would do. And I think Samingdet in this fight needs to feint more. I think he will do that, and I think that's the key. He will feint, he will be more precise and more calculated, and this is a tough one, but I think Samingdet will get this one back. I think Samingdet will get the belt, the interim belt, after the fight, probably through a split decision. I think it's going to be very close, and I'm almost tempted to change my mind to Fluknoy right now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with Samingdet. Samingdet has a very high IQ, just as Fluknoy, of course. Both of them will have learned from the last fight, but my gut feeling is telling me Samingdet is disappointed with his performance in the last one, and when the belt is on the line now, I think Samingdet will find a way to get a W in this one. So I'm gonna say something that's split decision. Super close fight. Very excited for it. Don't miss this fight. Don't don't miss this fight. Fight number 7, last fight of the card. Bantamweight, Pet Day, Moedet, Jet Gao. Huh? My Thai is a little bit bad now, a little bit off after not living in there. Jet Pet Gao. Ah, there we go. Versus Amir Hussein Solfi. Pet Dead is the reigning super flyweight champion. He is a Pechindi Academy fighter. If you know Muay Thai, you know Pechindi. Very good gym, very good fighters coming out of there. Technical, tough, and Pet Dead is one of them. He's the super flyweight champion for a reason. He was supposed to unify the belt with the interim champion, well, Petachin, but Petachin had to withdraw. So instead of canceling the fight, they got Solfi coming in, and the fight is in bantamweight, not in super flyweight. But either way, Pet That, former WBC minimum weight world champion, former two division Rajadamnern world champion, current RWS super flyweight champion, wins over Pusingha. Pangtor times 2, the second fight, he won the belt. Last fight, 4 win, a title defense, knockout, knees to the body. He's an orthodox Muay Thai, I would say. Heavy kicks, likes doubling up on kicks. One a little bit faster, and then the second one heavy. Good boxing combinations as well. Heavy right hand, solid defense, good pressure fighter, but he's also okay off the back foot, but likes going forward more. Have good teeps, very good counters. When his opponent's kicks, he likes to sneak in a right hand, and he also has a very good mix of attacks. He goes to the body, he goes up top, he goes to the legs with kicks, and good fight IQ. I think Pettet is a fighter to really pay attention to and learn a lot from if you're an upcoming fighter. And now he is fighting, as I said, Amir Hussein Solfi. Solfi is 0-1 on RWS. Ekasit Muay Thai fighter. Lost to Zhang in his debut through a unanimous decision. Very fun fighter to watch. Very wild. Interesting. But in that fight against Zhang, I feel like he was a little bit of a one-trick pony. He switches stances a lot, but he still most of the time goes to a right elbow. I don't even know if he put together a boxing combination at all in that fight. It didn't feel like it, at least. And when he did, it wasn't the most clean. I think he's an interesting fighter. I think he will develop into a good fighter in RWS. I definitely believe so. But I cannot see him. If you only have one go-to attack, you're not going to beat a champion that has so many different ways of winning, so many different ways of attacking, and I just can't see it. Sophie is interesting. It's fun, like I said. It's fun to watch a fighter that is wild and just throws everything he has in those elbows. But this is late notice for Sophie. I think it's a mismatch, and I believe that Pettet will get a first round finish, probably KO, straight punches. I think he's going to counter when Sophie steps in to throw a right elbow. It will open up, and I think Pettet will find the straight punches in that straight right, drops Sophie, and the fight is over. First round KO, and that's the fights. Very late prediction, like I said. Sorry for that. And maybe I'm a little bit off in my head as well today. Long week at work. But either way, I'm here trying to stay consistent. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the recap coming out tomorrow. So, Jakan, and thank you. Khop khun khrap.